guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to take a look at this physical Mighty Mask who got an awakening during the last World Tournament we had on Global. My Mighty Mask just so happens to be at 90%, so he's one of the ones I've just kind of drawn more, so this won't be a Rainbow Showcase, it won't be a 55% Showcase, but a 90% Showcase, which is fine. We just want to get a look at the unit, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at his passive here. So his super attack effect is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy. And then his passive, he gets attack and defense 150, plus an additional attack and defense 150 when facing only 1 enemy. He evades an enemy's attack, including super attack, for 1 turn when HP is 50% or less once only. And then after that turn, it goes to a high chance of evading enemy's attack while you're below 50%. And then he also evades an enemy's attack once guaranteed for 1 turn when HP is 30% or less. So he's kind of an interesting unit where, I mean, he's got 300% attack and defense, right? Which sounds crazy. It sounds insane. But keep in mind, this guy's got free-to-play stats, so it's not going to be as crazy as you would think. And then the dodge chance definitely could come into clutch, right, in difficult content. So I do definitely see some use for this guy. But when you look at his stats, man, only 11,000 attack and only 7,500 defense. Like, very, very low stats. So on these World Tournament units, they kind of do have to go crazy with their passive like that to make them decent, right? My Mighty Mask has 14 additional 12 crit, no equips, and all level 1 links. The problem with this Mighty Mask, right, is that we all know it's Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks, and they very well could have given this guy like the Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks link set, but they didn't do that. His link set is very, very wonky, where he's got things like World Tournament Reborn, which, like, who are you going to get World Tournament Reborn with? That's almost like a wasted link, right? That's a 15% attack link just gone to waste. More than meets the eye. Like, there's more units that have that, but, like, you know, unless I'm bringing, like, this, you know, the Goten, Trunks, and Marin card, I don't know where I'm really getting this on the Buu Saga team. Yeah, that's not going to be great, because that's the other thing we need to talk about. Then he's got Flea, like everyone's favorite link. Key plus 1 when HP is 30% or... So this guy's just got some wasted links, right? So that's kind of unfortunate. And when you look at the teams, like, this is a huge downfall to this unit, are his teams, right? So basically, Buu Saga is literally the only legit team you can run with this guy on it. And they did this guy a huge disservice, because this guy should be on Super Saiyans. They should be on Hybrid Saiyans. Like, they should be on all the Goten and Trunks teams. Because there's no reason they're not. Like, they're not like a fusion. It's literally Goten and Trunks. They're literally just wearing a costume, and they are calling themselves Mighty Mask. But that does not mean they are not still Super Saiyans. You can clearly see they are Super Saiyan in the picture. Like, they very much disserviced this guy and limited his links and his teams for, like, absolutely no reason. Does not make any sense to me. But under those circumstances, let's go in and just try this guy out. So obviously we're on the Buu Saga team, because that's the only legit team we can run. We are going to link him with this Goten and Trunks. Because the link set is so wonky, their best linking partner is only 3 links. So there's a ton of units they can get 3 links with. This is one of them. The reason why I'm choosing this unit specifically to run them with is because I want to run Krillin as support. And as long as you have a Kid Goten or Trunks on the rotation, Krillin's going to be a 60% support. So I'm going to ensure that Krillin will always be a 60% support, because these guys will be on rotation with my Mighty Mask. And then the other rotation, I don't care what Krillin's doing. So I'm going to do a rotation of Goku and Vegeta with another Goku and Vegeta, just so they can sit there and be their own rotation. And then I can keep this guy as a floating support. I can keep 18 as a floating support. And then once again, we'll have Krillin as a floating support. So, alright, let's check out Mighty Mask and see what he can do. Mighty Mask is on the 2nd rotation, so we're going to have to float the Goten and Trunks off here to get them set up. We'll go ahead and just go crazy and let Goku and Vegeta go wild here and just probably take this Goku out 1 hit. By the way, with the new Tech Gogeta, like, this guy right here, the Strength Goku and Vegeta linked up with that Tech Vegeta, is probably one of the best rotations in the game. They share, like, every link before they transform, and they are just devastating. Like, they're very, very good combo. One of the better rotations you can put together for sure. Alright, so Android 18 also is functioning as a support unit as long as I have a Goten, Trunks, or Krillin on the team, which I've actually got all of them. So here we're getting 2 out of 7 links. In the middle, yeah, we'd only get 2 out of 7 links here. What's he looking like? So 141k defense is solid, right? So the reason why he's getting to respectable numbers is because he has that insane 300% passive. But like I said, he needs it because his stats are so low. So, and you really only want to use this guy when facing only one enemy because he loses a big chunk of that passive if you're not. So you definitely like don't want to use this guy in Super Battle Road, I would say. Which is kind of a shame because his dodge mechanic could actually be very useful in there, but you're usually facing more than one enemy. Alright, what are we going to take here turn 1? Okay, 50k, so that's not the craziest. 1.6 for his attack stat. That's okay. You know, that's a decent little attack stat. Nothing too crazy, though. We'll see what he looks like when I get the final rotation I want, where he's going to be, like, with the other unit and still supported. I want to see some turns with that Krillin. That Krillin's probably going to make him look at his best, right? Okay. Alright, so Krillin, we're for sure going to float Krillin off because I want to get him around as soon as possible to that other rotation. So my rotations, of course, did not start out nearly like what I wanted, but that's typically how showcases go, right? So my initial thoughts, though, this Mighty Mask, it's... I think they just shafted him too hard on his categories and his links. I mean, if they had given him better links, like if they literally had made him like a Goten Trunks unit, and he linked better with those units and had the teams, like he would be so much better, right? But as he is right now, I just don't... He just doesn't seem like he's going to be useful in a lot of situations. So here we go, 3 out of 7 links. Doesn't really matter where I put him. He's at, once again, 141k defense. We'll just put him right up in slot 1 and let him attack and see what he can do. I have a feeling this won't be a very long showcase, guys. I just want to maybe get one turn with the Krillin. I mean, he's not a stacking unit, so there's nothing we're really going to see. I'm really trying to put him in what I feel is his best situation. 1.7 mil, so like... For today's meta, like, that's not good enough, right? Like, not nearly good enough. If you're putting up attack stats under 2 mil, you have to be doing something insane for the team in terms of support or utility. Now, Mighty Mask does have some utility, so if you like the dodging utility, that is something. But look, my Android 18 here on the end, she just put up a 3 mil attack stat. She wasn't optimized in any way, and she's supporting the team. So it's like, yeah, if you're running Boo Saga... You're going to run Mighty Mask or you're going to run, like, Vegito, right? That's kind of what you have to ask yourself because his teams are so limited. Now, if World Tournament gets a legit lead, like, Mighty Mask might actually be one of your better options there just because the World Tournament category doesn't have a ton of fantastic units. But when you're talking about a unit, like, being used only because the other units you could use are bad, that's not a good sign, right? Like... I don't really see anywhere where this Mighty Mask is going to be like your top tier unit or your top choice. Like, you just have to be like a die-hard Goten and Trunks fan to like want to use this guy and make him work. I do think there could be in the future perhaps a situation where he becomes good, but right now I'm just not seeing it. Let's go ahead and we'll just let him go first, I guess. Defense, I'm guessing 141. Okay, he went up to 151, so that's Krillin in effect right there, right? And then I actually kind of want to see this Goten and Trunks in the middle, this LR, like, when they get their EZA, they could be quite insane. Let's see what they do here. So, okay. And then, yeah, just still under 2 mil, though. So, like, yeah, if you link level this guy a little bit and rainbow him, he's probably going to hit 2 mil in this situation. Look at these guys at 5 mil, though. Yeah, I think this Goten and Trunks, this LR, like, I'm kind of excited for their EZA. Although Dokkan hasn't been doing great on the LR EZAs as of late. We'll see, though. This Krillin also is a fantastic unit. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's Mighty Mask in a nutshell. I mean, if you want to have, you know, 1.7 mil attack stats with just okay defense, like, what, 140k defense, he has the dodge utility, but that's really it, guys. So, honestly, because he's so limited, his link set's not great, he's not putting up crazy numbers, I really don't recommend you run this guy. Like I said, in the future, there could be some difficult content, and there's a new World Tournament leader. Like, on World Tournament, I could see some potential future use. But otherwise, this guy's pretty much going to be collecting dust in my box. So, anyways, let me know what you think of this Mighty Mask. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all in the next one.